Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas for continuing coverage of this year's APA World Pool Championships. I'm your host, Jason Bowman, and I'm joined by the striking Viking, Ava Lawrence. Ava, today it's all about the ladies here in Las Vegas with the Ladies 8-Ball Championship and $10,000 first place prize money up for grabs.
This is going to be interesting and exciting because you have the North against the South, essentially, of the American continent. You have Florida versus Ontario, Canada, and these ladies have been playing strong, large field here in Las Vegas for the 2023 championship. And this ought to be a great match. These two are the final two standing.
Now, before we meet our finalists in the Ladies 8-Ball Championship, let's give you a quick breakdown of some of the key rules here. Of course, APA rules apply. The Ladies 8-Ball Championship features all female teams with a maximum of 5 players allowed on a roster. Each team will choose up to 3 players to compete here in the championship match. The combined handicap of those 3 players cannot exceed a total of 13. Standard coaching rules apply, and matches are played according to the 3-point scoring system. Now, the 3-point scoring system works as follows. A shutout earns the winner of the match a 3-0 split. If the losing player makes it to the hill, it's a 2-1 split. And if the losing player wins at least one game but does not make it to the hill, it's a 2-0 split. Now let's meet our championship finalists. First, from Sudbury, Ontario, we have the team of Breaking Bad. And from Davie, Florida, we have the team of the Lady Savages. And again, folks, they're going to be competing for $10,000 this afternoon. The players are just about ready to go. So let's take you down into the arena for the start of this year's APA Ladies 8-Ball Championship. All right, and here at the table we have Leanne LaRose. She is a skill level 4. She is representing the team of Breaking Bad.
Just kind of slid off the side of the top ball there a little bit. And
she did pocket the 1, it looks
yeah,
like.
but didn't get much action on the balls. Not much of a shot on the solids either, so.
Leanne's opponent here is Zena Sibley. See her in a few moments. She is a skill level 3. So, Ava, we've got a 3-2 race in our first match here at the Ladies 8-Ball Championship. Leanne taking a good look at the table here before she gets started.
Yeah, not too many options for Leanne here. 2 balls. She can hit the 2 balls. She can hit the 7 ball, but there's not much to do on an offensive way. Not any real good safes. It's the only thing she could do if she wanted to clip the 2 and bring the cue ball down here, which would not leave that much for Zena.
Started with 256 teams in the Ladies 8-Ball Championship. When the sun rose today, there were 4 standing, and these are now the final 2. We had the semifinal round this morning. Team of Breaking Bad defeated another team out of Florida, out of Miami, a team called That Was Quick.
It's a good name. I love looking through some of the names they come up with.
Yeah. And now you get your first look at Zena Sibley. Sibley. Zena Sibley. She is representing the Lady Savages out of Davie, Florida. Down in South Florida there, near Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood area.
Fairly often we do see, there's not very often we have an entire championship for the year without a team or a player in the singles that are not from Florida. There's so many leagues. People say, boy, there's a lot of teams
from Florida. It's the largest
from
state for play, yeah.
It is unbelievable how many league operators, how many leagues, how many players down there.
Yeah, one of the biggest states. I believe it's the biggest. right, Zena's going to use the bridge here.
But the only thing she can do here with me is she's just going to tap this 11 ball. This is going to be one of those racks where you just got to be patient and wait until something comes your way. Tough to create anything in a rack like this. Well, it's even tougher now. We'll see what Leanne can come up with here. Not much. You said 256 teams. That's a full, official, full field. Imagine the first year. Do you remember when the first year that ladies division was created? It's been going for quite a while.
Well, ladies has been around for years and years now.
Well,
It used to
ladies
be
have
a
been around forever.
yeah, yeah, since Adam and Eve, right?
Yeah.
Um, no, but originally the ladies format was full 5-person team,
Right, 5 to 8. Right, right.
and that changed 2014 maybe,
That's what
somewhere in there.
thought. Yeah. Which makes sense because especially the smaller league areas to get a whole division if you want to play a division play with 5 to 8 players. This way you can have 3 to 5 instead, and that gave the opportunity for more of the smaller leagues to be able to have enough.
Right. All right, a bit of a slow start here to this match. That cluster of balls down in the lower corner, the lower right corner. Mentioned that the Breaking Bad team beat a team from Florida. The Lady Savages beat a team from Saginaw, Michigan, the QTs, in the semifinals this morning. Both those teams finished tied for third place and each took home $2,800. Winner here again is taking home $10,000. Runner up will get $5,000.
Got two very deliberate players playing here, taking their time, making sure not to rush anything.
This is Zena's 8th match. She's played 7 matches coming into the final, so this is her 8th match here at the Ladies 8-Ball Championship.
It looks like
Leanne,
Zena
this is her first match. Did you see that?
Oh, wow.
First time she's played in the tournament is here in the championship.
Wow.
And I'm assuming that's because they had their captain go up from a 5 to a 6 after the semifinals, so they've had to reconfigure the lineup a little bit. So big first match here in Las Vegas for Leanne.
It's interesting because their fours have only, Marguerite Duncan only played once as well.
Yeah.
And Leanne, like you said, haven't played at all. So they've been playing that 5-5-3 lineup the whole time.
Muriel went to a 6, so they've had to reconfigure some things. All right. Bulldog Arena here starting to fill in a little bit. Kind of a slow start for the, at least in terms of the crowd here.
Yeah, main tournament room is packed with 9-ball players right now. You still got the Masters going strong. And most of the 8-ball players, I would think, left today or yesterday. Because
unless they're playing in something else.
Yeah.
Right.
Some, I'm sure, stayed for Mini Manias and talked to a few people also that qualified for 2 different events, maybe 8-ball and team captain or something like that. So, but the main crowd from the 8-ball, they have moved on and started planning playoffs and for next year. seconds at this combo. Should be able to get some kind of shot at the 9.
The Lady Savages only been playing together for about 3 months. And they wanted to give a shout out to all their haters who gave them the fuel to fly so high.
Well, that's
a savage answer right
that is
there.
a savage answer.
Don't mess around.
Just watch us do our thing.
Gave us the fuel to fly so high.
The next stream will be tomorrow.
Tomorrow, same time, 1 p.m.
Yep.
Pacific, 4 p.m. for those of you on the East Coast, and that'll be the Masters Championship, which is always a favorite of many of the folks here. That'll be a full house. Some of the top shooters in the country in that championship final.
Okay, 8-ball hit the rails, so no foul. Nothing real fun here for Leanne to look at, though. She could obviously just roll down the cue ball in here, so hit the 2 and slide the cue ball down in this area. It's not going to leave much. That's about the only thing if she wants to go real defensively. And I was walking by, it was a full house in the Chinese restaurant still today. They have moved
The practice
full,
tables in
full
there.
tables into they moved all the
At
tables out of the
Benihana? Yeah.
and it was packed with players. It has been pretty much 24/7.
Any table you can find that's
Yeah.
open, somebody's grabbing it. A couple of really large practice rooms there on the other side of the entry foyer. I don't know if you've seen them, but both upstairs and downstairs.
That's good though, being able to, oh, nice shot. Just be able to hit a few balls, even if it's just a rack or two.
I did have to do a double take, though, the first day I got here and walked past Benihana, and I wasn't expecting to see pool tables at the
I know.
Benihana, but there they were.
I know. There goes my quick takeout, fried rice. I'm
You
sure I
get
can do it still, but
Can have some 9-ball and the side of fried rice.
there you go.
All right.
This ought to feed her nicely if she plays the right speed after the other side of the table. Possibly even for the 14. That would be the ultimate. Still got to hit this real thin. It's almost on the rail.
Just joining us, you're watching coverage of the Ladies 8-Ball Championship here at the APA World Championships, Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas. Leanne LaRose at the table here of the team Breaking Bad. One of 2 teams left standing out of a field of 256. They are competing for $10,000 in first place prize money.
Referee's going to come over and take a close look here and just keep an eye out for double hit. She did a good job. Oh, she did. Yeah, when they're that close, you need to elevate a little bit. It's almost impossible when you're shooting almost straight on that shot to get the Q-tip out of the way enough, quickly enough for the cue ball, not hit the cue ball again. Sorry, it was tough to get that one out. So we'll see here what Zina can do with ball in hand. I'm going to take a quick timeout here.
Yeah. This is Karen Friere of the Lady Savages coming to talk things over with Zina.
Trying to make sure she looks at the correct pattern. I would think that if she shoots the 15 ball now, she should be able to come up straight for, well, I guess it doesn't matter either way you go. But shooting the 14 last would be the best opportunity to get a shot at the 8, especially with the large 4 ball that is kind of protecting the 8 a little bit. They're going to go ahead and just get this one off the rail. Play the 13 in the side pocket. And if she can just stop it there or roll it very carefully. Pretty much stopping it here. Here's that the large 5 ball right there, so she needs to really stop. Oh, she's looking to play it in the corner. All right. Corner pockets are obviously friendlier than sides, especially coming from that direction, but make sure she doesn't hit it too firm. All right, so here comes Leanne back to the table again. Again, Leanne is a skill level 4, where Zina is a skill level 3. That's why you have the 3-2 race. We're still in the first match here. First rack in the first match.
They may be setting a record here in this first rack for longest rack ever.
Well, both players are playing a little bit slow, but that's also because of the way the balls broke open. The very first beginning, there was just a mess, and it kept getting worse and worse. And then we got to add in the fact that they're playing in the Bulldog Arena for the first time, which puts a little extra pressure on you, as we know. Nice shot there. Just pocketing that ball. She's got one more to go here before the 8. We'll see if she's going to go ahead and go for this bank on the 2. It's going to be real tight if she's going to try to make it past the 15. The bad thing about banking it is you're not going to have much of a shot on the 8. The cue ball's going this way. If she tries to bank it down here, and you got the 8 right there, so that's not going to gain too much. She could play defense here too, just much more difficult though with the 15 being where it is. She's going to go ahead and try to cut it. Let's see if she can go. Well, she went around the table. Is she going to get some love here?
No, not quite.
But she left it tough though for Zina.
Welcome back to our live audience. I know we dropped our feed there for a few minutes, but the good news for you folks is you haven't missed anything. Still in the first rack here at Bulldog Arena.
think that was nice of them to cooperate with us a little bit there. Let everybody else catch up.
Nicely
Beautiful
done.
shot.
Watch out. All right.
All right, a little bit of a pressure cut here, thin cut. Missed this. And Leanne's got the 8-2 ball hanging in the pocket, so got to really hit this thin. Now,
Not
but
quite.
the other part of the battle is leaving that right there and all of a sudden blocking the pocket for the 8. That's the thing about 8-ball. Sometimes it's almost better to go ahead and miss a shot, which is not the case in too many other games unless you play an intentional safety. But if you look at this, I mean, she had a great backup there by playing the speed she did. So a lot of work left to do for Leanne. She's going to call for a timeout. And I'm guessing this is Muriel Christopher.
Yes.
It's a skill of a 6 on their team. She just went from a 5 to a 6 during this tournament and has kind of wreaked havoc a little bit with their lineup. What they had, they were playing. Muriel played 8 times in this event, and Carol Sauve played 6 times.
Yeah, Sauve, Carol
Sauve,
Sauve, the
sorry
skill
about
level
that.
5. Yeah, she's played 5 matches, but I'm guessing we won't see her in this match.
Yeah, one of the other.
Going to be her or Muriel, but. And I would assume. Well, they could play both 4s now on their roster if they want. See.
All right, we'll see if she can. Oh, boy. We're trying to figure out what the question she's asking. I think she's asking if her pocket marker is okay. The fact that it is her chalk, which is not a problem. Mostly I tell my players at home, don't mark the pockets with the wad of cash where somebody thinks they're actually gambling. And don't obviously mark with a weapon. Other than that, as long as it's clear to your opponent where you're marking the pocket, you're good to go.
She's going to try to scoot that 8-ball in there.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Oh, it just
quite.
hung. Oh, that did not end. The 15 ball went into. That was so close. Look at the where it's hanging in the lip right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Zena will have a easy shot at the 8-ball here if she can avoid the scratch.
There
I
is
think she
that.
would get on the board first here. 1-0 would put her immediately on the hill, Ava, which means she's already guaranteed herself a point.
That's right.
So that was a big turn of events right there.
Absolutely.
Big impact on this first match.
But I know she's feeling the pressure here. Again, Zena is a skill level 3. She's got to be careful. Rail first is going to be tough here. You see how deep it is. And if you hit first on it and too thick, it's going to have to kind of split the rail and the 8. Yeah.
Oh,
there's that rail first shot.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
When it's that deep in the pocket, you can't really go rail first.
Well, now it'll be an opportunity for Leanne LaRose. Wow.
Yeah, that's big there.
That may loom very large in this match. I know it's early, but wow. And we'll see if Leanne can pocket the 8 here. And she does without a problem. Puts herself on the board, leading 1-0. She needs 2 more games to win this first match. Zena still needs 2. And while we've got a moment here, we're going to hear a word from our friends at pooldog.com. And we are back here at Pool Dog Arena. Team of Breaking Bad on the board first. Leanne will have the break here.
These players are skill level 3, skill level 4. A lot of nerves here. Again, for those of you who have never been in the Pool Dog Championship arena playing live or on ESPN or a major streaming match that has a few 100,000 people eventually watching live and taped here and on YouTube, you're going to see that players get a little bit intimidated and nervous being in the situation. All right.
Well, if you thought the first rack was a little messy,
I feel
you
like
think the same thing here.
You know what? After all that, I feel like it's like a replay of the last rack. It's almost the same situation, same layout. Zena has an open shot. 13 in the side. Oh, just overcut it by a hair. Zena's job now is to try to let go of that miss on the 8-ball. Still a lot of pool left. Now it's a race to 2, both players in the same boat. Slight advantage, obviously, to Leanne being a skill level 4, but anything can happen, and Zena has not shown too much fear. Just a little nerves is all between both players. Look out, cue ball.
Scratches there in the top corner. Ball in hand to Leanne. Leanne and her Breaking Bad teammates are out of Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. So we've got a little bit of a border battle here. The Lady Savages out of Davie, Florida.
Leanne just wanted to make sure she had ball in hand, something I definitely recommend. I don't care if you're playing on the Pro Tour or in the APA or anywhere else, just with a buddy, just always look over at your opponent and just get the confirmation ball in hand, right? So, you know, especially when you're under a lot of pressure. I remember Allison Fisher, her first tournament she came to in Florida. I think that was the first one, or maybe second, the first year anyway. She was playing great. She had just, I think she had, that was the first tournament she won, and she's playing in the finals, and she shot the 2-ball first. after the break with the one still on the table. Um, Others have done it. Players have missed with ball in hand,
Yeah.
pros, and it's because you're just not getting enough oxygen to your brain when you feel that pressure and you get that nervous. So always double check. I do have ball in hand, right? And the other thing that I see a lot in team is sometimes the team just sits back and starts talking, letting their player do whatever. Player shoots the wrong ball.
Mm.
And you have a whole team that could have said, stop, you're shooting the wrong ball, but they're not really pay attention. So if you're going to play like a team, you kind of need to pay attention a little bit and support your
Right.
person.
Support your peeps.
Yep. It's a good stroke there by Leanne. Coming around, she's got a shot at the 6 ball in the corner. Nice shot. She didn't get much for it. No open shot, but she can clip this 5 ball a little bit, drive it to the rail, try to get the cue ball down on this rail a little bit and just leave it tough shot for Zena, but looks like Leanne has loosened up a little bit. That was a couple good shots by her.
Oh,
That was
narrowly sank that 8 in the side out of
yeah.
turn. Would have been a quick victory match or point for Zena, but she returns to the table here.
Team of Breaking Bad. I happened to look up at them right that second when, and they weren't breathing there for a second when that 8 ball was heading toward the side.
Ooh, ball in hand there. She fails to drive an object ball or any ball to the rail after contact.
Leanne is trying to do the one thing that is in the unwritten book of 8 ball, or written um, suggestion, I'm sure, is to always get the trouble ball out of the way first. So it's a trickier shot shooting this 5 ball, obviously, in the side than some of the other options. But once she gets that out of there, everything has a pocket on the table.
Hmm. She took the shot, was unable to pocket it. Zena will return to the table here. If you're just joining us, you're watching coverage of the APA Ladies 8-Ball Championship, the third championship match we've been bringing you from Pool Dog Arena here at the APA World Championships in Las Vegas. These ladies are competing for $10,000 this afternoon.
Someone was just asking about breathing. It's kind of, I mean, the ultimate would be to kind of hold your breath for a second, but then let it out. Keep your breathing steady, and then when you're shooting, um, I too find myself sometimes holding my breath, but you don't want to do too much because it kind of will cause you to shake a little bit. But to just kind of breathe out slowly when you're shooting. Definitely don't want to be breathing in as you're shooting, but it's one of those things that you don't really want to think about, especially not in a match. You might want to do a check and see, why am I so tense, but it's kind of driving a car. The more you're worried about my feet on the clutch or the brake or once you start looking at that, you're not really paying attention to what you're doing. So that's something you might want to practice, but not to think about if you can avoid it while you're playing when it matters. Just to try to come out a little bit here for the next one, just off the rail a little. Nice shot there. Check that out. She has kind of solved this perfect angle on this 14 and that pretty little 8-ball sitting right there by the side.
All
Another
right.
good shot.
Another opportunity to pocket an 8-ball for Zena Sibley.
Yeah, there was a pretty major mishap on the last time she was faced with the 8-ball, so she would like to correct that right here. And this would, if Zena can pull this off, make this 8-ball, that would put her on the hill and grab a point for her team. Regardless of the outcome, she would now guarantee she would get 1 or 2 points in this match. So big 8-ball to pocket here.
Ooh, once again, Ava cannot
Yeah,
pocket that 8-ball.
you could see that she didn't. That was the other shots before that. She was actually stroking through. That one she tried to steer it into the pocket,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't turn out well very often. So, ooh, wow, Leanne lost control of the cue ball there for a sec. She's living on borrowed time on this table now. I don't think she expected to get back to the table after Zena ran those nice few balls leading up to the 8.
Well, for Zena, she's going to get another opportunity. Let's hope she can take advantage this time.
Only fear here is if she's going to try to overcut it. She undercut it last time. She might really try to overcut it now, and
Watch
that
the
could result
scratch,
in
right?
that right there.
And they're
So
going to
this is a
talk
good
about it.
time for,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Little timeout here.
When one team takes a timeout, the other one has a chance to kind of, they get a free timeout as
Yeah,
well.
talk
Yep,
strategy.
yep.
Now, if she misses this, you're going to do this. All right, conversation is over. Zena once again shooting on the 8-ball here. Take one more look.
Oh, she miscued.
Oh, wow. That 8 ball is
Oh,
her
wow.
kryptonite today. And that game will go to Leanne LaRose, who is now on the hill, Ava. Has secured 1 point, and now the opportunity for the 3-0 shutout is in play.
Right.
She can win this third rack.
Wow. Well, oh, she's going to be feeling sick right now, but not over yet.
I'm going to
Not
have to
over,
find a
never
way to
over.
kind of put that behind her now, right?
Yeah, as quickly as possible.
Tiger. We hug and cheer. It would be the 8 ball because that's the win. Dedicated. 8 ball. Vegas Strip.
Great look at Pool Dog Arena here in Las Vegas. Seats have started to fill in a little bit. Referee preparing the rack. Leanne LaRose will have the break. Be her third break of the match.
And I know she's hoping that she's going to get a little more action on the balls here. She has been hitting. This could be if that she's crossing with her bridge. I mean, with her stroke a little bit, coming across it, aiming right where she wants to be, but then sliding down, not coming through the break straight. And we had the same situation again. Kind of the same layout again, just different, order of balls. 3 times in a row.
She did pocket a ball on the break.
Yep. I believe she's got the solids.
Boy, a 3-0 shutout here would be huge, Ava,
Yes.
in this short three-person match.
You bet. You bet. And I mean, it could very easily have been a shutout the other way. Zena had a chance on 2 8 balls, and could have taken it 2-0 for the other team. So you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But again, not over. What we do know, though, is Leanne has guaranteed a point for her team by getting on the hill. There's a nice shot coming all the way across for the 1.
Yeah, she's just kind of picking them off.
She's picked up her tempo a little bit, too. She was very timid and very stood there and looked at the table for a very long time, the first rack. And it's doing her well. A lot of times you see players stand there and stare and stare and stare, and all you're going to do is talk yourself out of it or get confused, more and more confused. Move around the table like she's doing now. Get your steps in. See table from different angles. You might see something that you didn't see before, and maybe it doesn't look as confusing as it does from one side of the table.
Again, Leanne is a skill level 4.
It's a good shot coming out.
Zena skill level 3. That's why there's the difference in the races there. One needs 3, the other needs 2. And at this point in the match, Leanne needs just one more.
I do believe she can. It looks like at least she can hit this two ball. Not much good is going to come out of it. There's an opening again for Zina to make something happen here. Oh,
Yeah, she's struggling right now.
yeah. I mean, it's hard to let go. 1 8 ball
Yeah.
opportunity, that you're quote unquote supposed to make kind of thing, even though it was deep in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 8 balls kind of giving up there, giving up is going to weigh on your mind a little bit. It's hard to shake that off. Yep, didn't quite work out. We'll bring Zina Sibley back to the table again for Team Lady Savages out of Davie, Florida. 256 teams started. We're down to these final two. 10,000 for first, 5,000 for second.
And none for you and me.
No, you don't get to play. Well, you do, but you can't play out here.
No.
You can play league at home.
Yeah, we do some league at home, but we
Yeah.
can't do like playoffs or any of that stuff. We do an inner office kind of
Right.
deal.
It didn't turn out too bad. We've had every rack so far. Every rack was broken by Leanne.
Watch
Whoops.
out.
Every rack was broken by Leanne, and every rack has looked exactly the same. You guys may have missed the first one because we had some technical issues here for those of you who are watching live, but it's been kind of the same exact thing. And then it's just been patience and trying to make one here, one there, till the table opens up enough to where it's kind of a friendlier table.
Do we know which team put up player first?
You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
No.
I'll be curious if this ends in a 3-0 shutout.
Right.
What the strategy is for each of these teams in the second match.
Both teams, though, are pretty much in the situation. If they want to play to full 13, which is the max in ladies division. I know with Lady Savages, they have a 7-4-3-3-4, so they pretty much have to say, if they want to play their captain, Karen, they have to pretty much go 7-3-3. Obviously, there's no other way to go if she's going to play.
And that looks like what they've done throughout the tournament, but I would assume if they're down 3-0, they'll throw their captain.
Yeah, I would think so.
Try to get to that third match.
Yeah, I would think so. They would have to throw the best they've got at it. You know, you lose that one, it's over. So. Again, this is obviously a huge rack here. 3-0 versus 2-1 going into the second matchup. That's a big, big, big difference, needless to say. No, no major harm done. No shot left here for Leanne. So let's do what you got to do.
Ooh,
Mm.
scratches in the corner there. She was trying to break up that little cluster there.
Great opportunity here. If she sees it, it's for Zena to put the cue ball right here and shoot this combination. If you don't shoot it too firm, that 14 ball should slide in with the cloth being new. That'll take care of one problem on the table, and she should be able to get a shot at the 10 afterwards. Stop shot, she'll at least get a shot at the 9, so
Looks like she's content to go for the 9. Referee hands her the bridge. Pockets the 9.
good part about this is she'll get a couple of the balls in her series off the table. The bad thing is there's nothing to do really with this 10 and 14, and I know at skill level 3 you're not planning your run out necessarily. I'm sure that's part of why she didn't want to take a chance on shooting that combination, because that was also going to break up the 2 ball for Leanne. So the game of 8 ball in particular is a very different game if you're skill level 3, and how you look at your plan, depending on if you're, let's say, skill level 7. It's just a whole different game, obviously, and a different strategy. You can't think the same.
You're going to take a timeout here, the Lady Savages.
She's looking at this combo now.
Karen Freer did not like what she saw there, knowing that it's do or die here for Zena in this match, in this game, the first match. She's wanting her to shoot the combo, looks like. Zena's saying, "You want me to do what? Are you sure?" Thanks, Coach.
The upper.
Let's see if that gives Zena some confidence to work through the rest of this rack. Got her work cut out for her, though.
Sure do. You know, somebody was asking about reffing out here. Huge, huge, huge thank you to all the refs
Yeah.
that have come from all different parts of the United States and Canada. They come down here and volunteering their time. They're well taken care of as far as getting out here and food and all that stuff, but they're still here volunteering, just like at any, you know, professional event, golf event. So you can have, you know, charity events. You have always going to have volunteers helping out. It takes a village to get this done. There was also a question about the why skill level 6 and 7 is, asked to come out here as opposed to a skill level 2, 3. Yes, a 2, 3 might be able to make hit calls. You can see if it's a good hit, bad hit, this and that. But the biggest thing is a skill level 6, 7 is going to know. Sometimes if somebody hits the balls really hard, a 6, 7 is going to know more about what should happen if it was a good hit versus a bad hit. So sometimes if you're not going to be able to see it with your eye if it happens real quick. But you can know this ball could not go in that direction if it was a good hit, that type of thing. So
Well,
that is one big part of it.
Leanne. And maybe an opportunity now to. She's trying to figure out what she's going to do about the little cluster there in the middle.
Well, she's got a free shot at this 3 ball because if she makes it, obviously she's going to get on the 7. If she misses, the cue ball will move its way up here, and with the 10 on the rail right there, chances of her leaving a good shot for Zina is pretty slim. So see if she goes for the bank shot here. I would think there's no real safety. Oh, how'd she hit it? Well done, Zina. How about that shot?
And once again, Zina's going to be shooting for the 8 ball.
Is this going to be the one? Her third 8 ball that is. Hopefully she has.
That was a heck of a shot.
Done it. Oh, yeah.
Big time.
It was do or die shot. Would have left it wide open for Leanne to end the match.
We'll see if she can put these last couple shots behind her, Ava. Of course, if you've been watching, she has had difficulty on the 8 ball.
But this is the toughest 8 she's had, so maybe this is the one.
Right.
You know what?
Yes.
The way she banked that 10 ball in, if I were her, I'd go for the bank on the 8 and the side here right now. No question. Yep, there she goes. A lot of 3s in our league bank better than I do, Jason. Straight in, maybe a problem. Easy run out problem, but man, can they bank. She has to watch out, though. If she hits this firm, I don't know if she's got the angle where she could scratch. I think it's a little too straight on. It's almost actually a straight on bank. She doesn't have to cut it very much at all. This overhead shows that she's cutting it almost too much. We'll see here. Watch that cue ball drifting. Oh, no. It was straight on. And how did she hit it? Holy smokes.
All right. So the 4th time is the charm for Zina Sibley. Banks that 8 ball on the side.
Wow.
And big sigh of relief from her and her teammates, I'm sure. She has now picked up a big point there, which means this first match will be a 2-1 split one way or the other. Both players on the hill now.
And that was so great. I mean, after the 2 mishaps on what you thought was going to be 8s made by Zina, she stepped up and pulled this off. Really, really well done. Showed a lot of heart there.
I'm going to take a quick
They
break
would be
here.
a lion. They're fearless. We hug, we pray. Some of us have cried. But basically we hug and share the emotion. They would be the #1 ball. #1. Family. Shane. Pool tournament.
All right, back here at Pool Dog Arena, Zina Sibley. The huge couple shots at the end of that last rack.
Yes.
Huge. And this match is taking on a whole new life.
She just banked out.
Her first break of the match.
She decided to do the straight on break instead of the side break and got a lot more action on the ball. So I think this rack is not going to be quite as long as the first two, being that the balls are a little more spread out. We'll see what Leanne can do here, getting to draw first blood and choose her series, which is going to be stripes, it looks like. Well, she's starting with a tougher bridge shot here, but she's got a plan. All right. Perfect world. What you want to do in 8-ball is kind of go in sections. So you don't want to move from one table to the other side, back to the other side, and have the cue ball wander all over. You'd love to shoot kind of one area, one quadrant, one half of the table first, clean that out, and then move up. Especially when the balls are open, you don't have to worry about breaking anything open or do anything like that. So right now, Leanne is just going to try to clear what she can.
All right, Zena will return to the table and shooting the low balls, solids.
Again, this game is hill-hill, so winner grabs the points here for their team and wins 2-1 in the match going into the second. Two players that are going to step up, so this is a big rack, obviously, but not as big as if Zena didn't come with those two bank shots at the end. That could have been a 3-0 lead right there real easily in favor of Breaking Bad. Instead, we're going to start out with a close match right off the bat, so that's kind of exciting. At least we think so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that Breaking Bad feels that way. They would have been just fine with that 3-0 lead. Anybody that wants to check on how your team is doing, how other teams are doing from different areas, your area, whatever, you can go to and download CompuSport. It's all on there.
I think that's the first time we've plugged CompuSport
Yeah,
in
they've
all
done
our
such a good
streams.
job.
How
Yeah.
have we forgotten about CompuSport?
They do a great job. All the info you can possibly think of from this event is on there. Times, tables, as they come up.
I was thinking the other day about, it wasn't that many years ago when we had the huge, remember the big tournament brackets that we had to haul out here? We'd have a wall of tournament brackets. And
yes. Was that you that posted that picture? On somebody posted a
Oh,
picture
did they?
today of
No, I
one
didn't.
of those giant boards.
Yeah.
When you had to have like a ladder to go up.
Yeah,
And
seemed like a lifetime ago, but it probably isn't that.
Yeah.
It's only been a handful of years, but CompuSport, definitely an improvement.
Yeah, they do a really good job. And you can also, if you're playing out here, you can live stream through CompuSport. And obviously mention hashtag APA. Good job there.
If you are just joining us, you're watching coverage of the APA Ladies 8-Ball Championship. Part of the festivities here at the APA World Pool Championships. The 7th day of this year's event. The third day for the ladies. That seem right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so. Yes, and the third.
Started with 256 down to the final two.
And this is the third championship overall. So after this, we're halfway
Halfway,
there. We got
halfway.
3 left. We got the Masters. We've got team captain after that, team captain championship, and then we're going to finish it out with the giant field of the 9-ball
Yeah.
teams. I mean, we had a lot of teams this year. 9-ball seems to just be growing and
Oh,
growing.
yeah.
I know in our area in Coastal Carolina APA, 9-ball, I mean, we had a few double jeopardy teams in the beginning, a couple, a few handful of 9-ball teams, but 9-ball has really taken off.
Speaking of the 9-ball, pockets that in the corner there. Of course, a shout out to our sponsors. We talk a lot about Pool Dog, but we also have Aramith Billiard Balls, Action Cues, and of course the diamond tables. Over 350 of them here at this year's World Pool Championships. Very popular with the players.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to the guys at Diamond the other day. At the time, they said they had sold almost 100 of these tables. 100 of these tables to be going to new homes after the event.
I bet you there's going to be more than that. And these are all brand new tables. It's amazing, and how quickly they got them all together. And then I know that sold some from in May, and then had to hurry up and make more for this one. And on the wait list to get diamond table, if you didn't already know, can be pretty long because they can't hardly make them fast enough. But a lot of people are taking advantage, like you said, out here, grabbing them while they can. So
I know there's a lot of pool rooms and bars that are eager to get them as well, to have the same specs as those that we use out here in Vegas.
Yeah, it's snuck in there just enough.
In fact, I was looking at the big marquee, the Westgate sign out front that has the logo and the pool balls on it.
Yeah, right.
And I realized it's green felt. We have to change it now to the blue felt.
The blue cloth.
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
the blue
that's
cloth,
right.
the blue cloth on the diamond tables. So I have to see about switching that graphic out.
I just realized today too, and I was looking at Pool Dog Arena. I mean, it looks so pretty, but I just realized that the Simonis, the blue cloth color is the same as the blue in our APA World Championship logo. There you see all the trophies lined up there.
Lady Savages talking things over here in this very important final rack of the first match. We'll have a 2-1 split in terms of team points, one way or another here. Both players have secured at least 1 point.
Yeah. Just a little peek there to make sure by the referee there was no double hit. There was some distance between the object ball and the cue ball, but it's good. We do have referees here in the Pool Dog Championship arena. We don't in the main rooms at each table. That would take an awful lot of players. Usually that's not needed, but anytime a player needs somebody, you just call them over, put that red flag up, and somebody is there usually within seconds, if they're not only already making a hit call somewhere, but yeah. So whenever it's close, don't take any chances. You just need to call somebody over, just stop the other player from playing. And
for those of you that are tuning in wondering how you make it here to Pool Dog Arena, it all starts by becoming an APA member. You can join today at our website, poolplayers.com. Get you in touch with your local APA league operator,
Mm-hmm.
someone like Ava,
Yep.
and they'll get you playing in the league. And if your team does well, you'll play in a end of session tournament, and then a bigger tournament, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
an even bigger tournament. And the top teams eventually make their way here to Las Vegas. In this case, 256 ladies teams. Do you have ladies teams, ladies division?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is our biggest ladies division, and we're not a huge league by any mean. We're in a smaller market, and we have 34 ladies teams this session.
Nice.
Can you believe it? All three counties that we have are, well, there's one area missing, but maybe next year.
And that's the
But
Coastal Carolina APA.
yeah, I remember when I first took over, there was no ladies, and I said, well, if I'm gonna have a league, it's gonna have ladies division in it. So if that's what's offered in Vegas, we're definitely gonna do that. So
And Breaking Bad's going to take a timeout here. Great time to join the league if you're not already playing. We're getting ready to kick off the fall session most areas over the next few weeks.
yep, yep. No, in our area, everybody is a little bit different. You know, it's in the same kind of time frame, but I know we're just about to go into playoffs next week. Some have a week or so to go. Some have a week or two have already gone into it. So
See Leanne's captain trying to line her up for this shot.
oh, she did good. Well, good job at it too. She almost made that. All right, the banking queen is back at the table again. Let's see if Zena can do something here with the 2, or if she's going to leave it alone. Trying to make the 7 instead. I was talking to some of the Masters players that were here last year, some whiteout last year's champion.
Two-time
Team,
champion,
two-time
right?
champions. Yes, it's strong. They just barely beat one of our teams. I was standing there talking to them and a couple of other guys, and they were talking about the tables, how much they love them. You know, it's like the perfect mixture of what we have been playing, which, you know, for years in the APA on the Valley tables, and your Diamond Pro Cut, and these kind of just the perfect mixture between the two. Because Diamond is really starting to show up a lot throughout the country, but it's still Valley that is the most played on. So it's kind of great to see how APA and Diamond worked out and got these tables playing great.
Down to just the last few balls here in this final rack of the first match. Well, did Leanne do her a favor there?
And she's got nothing easy here. That's 7 ball. She's jacked up. Zena's jacked up over the 15 if she shoots the 7 and it's straight in. Zena's a skill level 3, so for her to jack up and stop that ball, hitting a stop shot is going to be tough. So she's looking at the possibility on the 2. She's got to be real careful here. She could roll it in. You can see that's about as straight as it can get, maybe a tad of an angle.
Big shot here.
Well, she is able to stroke down. Okay, that helps. Oh, she just slid it
Pockets the
in there. Good
7.
job.
Well, I tell you what, she's had some struggles, but she's also made some pretty big shots here in this first match. She's going to have to make another one here.
Yeah, for those of you who were not watching the two, I don't know what you want to call them, unforced errors on the 8-ball in the first 2 racks.
Well, missed one and then scratched on
Yes.
one and gave that game.
Missed the whole 8-ball altogether and then scratched. For her to regroup, she has come with some really good shots and not quit at all. So I'm really impressed with Zena's way to just, you know what, forgive yourself, move on. I'm still here. I'm still in the match, and she's not giving up.
What do you do here, Ava?
Well, this is a tricky one. I mean,
timeout has been taken.
yeah, I mean, hitting it real thin, real slow is about the only thing I can think of. Just not hard enough for the 2-ball to come out. Oh, she got a double kiss now. That didn't help.
Appreciate all you folks tuning in. Hope you're enjoying our coverage of the Ladies 8-Ball Championship, brought to you by our friends at pooldog.com. They are your go-to for all of your billiard accessory needs.
Well, we'll see. This is kind of an option. The only safety, obviously, here is for Leanne to just kind of graze this 15-ball and leave it here. Or the other option, of course, is to bank the 15 into the side pocket. So it's a touchy little safety shot. If that 15 ball comes off the rail at all, it's a sellout. So not easy. Nice shot.
Gonna need another one, though.
Yep. And she
need another one.
I think she was kind of hoping that that 2-ball would fall, because now if she were to miss this 8, Zena's going to have a good shot at the 2, obviously. That takes away the 2-way shot here for Leanne. She's not going to be able to take advantage of that, which makes this kind of a do or die shot. Okay.
Zena with a chance at redemption, Ava.
Well, the only good thing for Leanne is that the 8-ball ended up in the middle of the table, almost on the other side, so position is going to come into play here. Although what we saw of Zena, she knows how to bank, so we'll see what happens if she can get on this 8-ball. Rail first would have been the ultimate there.
Does she have one more big shot in her?
And be cutting this in. You can see there.
This hasn't been the quickest match, but it's
no. It had some
it's
drama,
had
though.
yeah, I was gonna say it has not been short on the drama. Ooh.
This is where you want to overcut this 8-ball, if anything. If you overcut it and you cut it in the short part. In this part of the pocket right here, you've got a good chance of having it go across and back out again and leave a defensive shot. And watch the cue ball too. There's always that one rail. If you miss it, if you makes this, you should be able to avoid the scratch, but Zena, holy moly.
Wow.
Wow.
Zena
What a great
Stibley
shot.
comes
What a
all
great
the way
shot.
back, wins this first match, picks up a big 2 points.
She got
And
some
she's got to be
deserved
feeling
love
good.
there.
She's got to be feeling
Yes,
great. That
yes.
was she had some struggles in that match, but she hung in there and ultimately persevered.
No question.
Wins that match. Puts her team in the lead.
Super job. Forgiving herself, moving on, not hanging with her head, just stepping up, and that was a great shot for her to finish on. Good match by Leanne. But now they got their work cut out for them, that being down 2-1. So,
Well, as these teams decide who they're going to put up next, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a few moments here in Pool Dog Arena.
Hey, listen, I know that you don't play pool, but my league team is looking for someone tonight who's never played, so you're coming with. Great, I'll see you there. Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, good to meet you.
Welcome back. I can't believe it. You did it. We're going to Vegas. Vegas, baby. Oh my.
Every loss is a very valuable lesson that I have taken and utilized from my mistakes to make a better person and a better player of myself and others.
I want to make a shout out to Leo, Jose. Without these guys, man, we all did it as a team, you know.
Jose, holy smokes, I feel bad for him.
Loud in here, folks. It's
I
about
think
to get
so.
loud. Another opportunity for Jose Salas to finish this match off for the World Championship.
And there it is.
There you go, folks. The
Fantastic.
Scorpions, Joliet, Illinois. They are the 2020-2021 AP APA World 8-Ball Champions.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
All right, back here at Pool Dog Arena. Second match in the Ladies 8-Ball Championship, and this is Carol Sauvé for the team Breaking Bad. She is a skill level 5. She's going up against Karen Friere, skill level 7. So we've got a 3-5 race.
Good solid break to start off with.
No balls pocketed, however, which means we get our first look at Karen Friere of the Lady Savages. She is the captain of the Lady Savages. And Ava, while we were on break, you and I were talking about the lineups a little bit. And with Carol Sauvé playing for Breaking Bad, it looks like we will not see team captain Muriel Christopher for them, who is their highest rated player.
Right.
We'll be seeing either Marguerite Duncan or Kaylee Begras.
Those Canadians are messing with all the, messing with your head with all these
Begras.
pronunciations, aren't they?
Yes. With the Lady Savages up 2-1, a 3-0 shutout here would mean victory for the Lady Savages.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? So they're going all out here to skill level 7, which will leave their 3 for them after this, and a 4 for their opponents if they just do take it into a third match. So very important for Carol to get a game here.
$10,000 on the line here in this match. Runner-up will take home half that, $5,000 payday.
Yeah, I think Laura Peters made a good point here. A 2-0 victory is enough because that will bring it to the best. Would be a
2-0
tiebreaker.
would be...
It'll put him at 4.
That's true, yeah, and they would have the tiebreaker,
Right,
so yes,
yeah.
she is correct.
Thank you, Laura, for keeping us straight over here. But I don't think Carol has any plans of that or losing, period, so.
A little bit different pace already in this match,
Yes,
wouldn't you say?
yes. Which makes sense. These players are a little bit more secure in their decision on what to make, plus with the table breaking open like that.
Oh, watch out. Just misses the scratch after failing to pocket the 12. So Lady Savages played a 3. Karen is a 7. That means if it goes to a third match, we'll see Carmen Nieves for the Lady Savages. Again, the skill levels of the 3 players cannot exceed 13.
A little combo here. I thought she would have a chance. Well, the 7 ball is still going to be an issue for her doesn't have a pocket. And I don't think she can. It looks on the overhead like if she stops here, she might be able to make the 7, but I don't think she can without it going into the 11. It's close. It's always the bank shot. I don't know. We're going to see what she does here. If she can shooting the bank shot. Sweet.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
Marks her pocket for the 8. And yes, that team score should say 2-1 in favor
wow.
of the Lady Savages. Missed 8 ball there. Wow. Lady Savages have struggled when it comes to the 8 ball
All
in this
of us,
match.
yeah, how strange, huh? Just kind of took her eye off that. Might have taken it a little bit for granted. A lot of times when you make a great shot like that bank on the 7 ball, then you get it the easy one and you don't give it due respect. So, no, that's not what she wanted to do. Wow. She wanted to hide that cue ball behind the 11 instead.
See if
Luckily
Karen
for Karen gets another shot at it here.
And
she
once
did it again.
Cannot pocket the 8.
Just jumped way straight up.
She's gonna
Uh-oh, it's going now.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's one way to skin a cat. I was going to say there.
Karen Friera will pick up that first game. 8 out of turn there.
We're going to take a quick break here.
Yeah, while the players take a quick break, we're going to take a quick break here at Pool Dog Arena. We'll be back in just a few moments.
First of all, I want to say thank you, God.
Thanks, God.
Thank you, APA. And thanks to all my friends, my family, mis amigos, mi familia.
And we were on a mission together as a team, and we became a family. Be consistent, practice, and always listen to the master players, the better shooters. They will guide you and they will lead you. My husband has led me, and I have led him and taught him things.
Also want to say right now, because my kids are watching, Junior, Daniel, we did it, baby. Number 1, baby, long shots. We did it. Daniel, look at Daddy's trophy.
back here at Pool Dog Arena. Karen Friere with the break, leading 1-0 in what is a race to 5. Karen was unable to pocket the 8-ball twice in the last match. But Carol Sauvé unintentionally knocked the 8-ball in, giving that first rack to Karen. Powerful break, but nothing falls there.
It's funny. It's like all but one ball is on this side of the table right here. Haven't seen that too often. But the balls are pretty open, so there's going to be some cue ball maneuvering now.
That is an interesting pattern there on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Almost looks like a training drill kind of layout.
Yeah. It's true, isn't it? All right, let's see now if Karen was able to shake off her unforced errors on that 8-ball from the last rack. Just get back and focus and zoom in. I was just about to say, if she can
Watch out.
avoid going into any balls at this point, everything looked open. She just needed position on anything on the table. 15 ball was hanging in the pocket. Last thing you want to do is go into balls that are open. Table that looks nice, you can mess it up real quickly. Luckily for her, the 13 ball is still makeable. But Karen decided to just go ahead and play some defense.
Carol pockets the 7 in the corner. Moves on to the 6-ball. Pockets it in the same corner.
Nice shot.
Pockets the 2 with the help of the bridge.
What she wants to do now is come out anywhere in this area. That way she can shoot the 1 ball and get natural position for the 4 in the same pocket. Oh boy. There we go, and going into the balls. Gonna go for this combo. Nice shot. Where's the cue ball gonna stop though? Boy, I like Carol's style. She just freewheels, doesn't she? Just shoot 'em up.
Fires away. Big shot. Nice.
Nice shot there. Once the cue ball did not get on the rail and it stopped just in time. This would tie it up 1 game apiece. And better yet for Carol, that would bring her within 1 to at least get on the hill. It's a 5-3 race. Karen of Lady Savages is a 7, and Carol, who's shooting right here, skill level 5. Yeah, she did it. That was a nice Nice little run there.
Yeah, it was.
Sure was.
Carroll ties this second match up, 1 game apiece. And like you said, Ava, if she can get one more game in this match, that would force a third.
Mm-hmm.
She will have the break as the referee prepares the rack. Carol's ready to go. She switched sides on the break.
I believe she did, yeah. Let's see if it worked out. Look at that 8-ball was kind of, sort of
moving.
heading over there, but at least she pocketed the ball. Made this solid on the break. Nice opportunity. Got the 4-ball right in front of you.
How would she get there? The 7-ball, looks like?
Yeah. You can see here, 4-ball. Get the 1 out of there. Take care of those. Try to focus on the 6 next. That's kind of in trouble. And after that, everything is wide open. A little too far. Just a hair too hard there. She still has the 5 if it sneaks by the... I don't know if it's going to sneak by the 8-ball in the side or not. You can always shoot it down in this corner right here, but it took a that extra roll of the cue ball took a fairly easy, at least very makeable run out and made it a lot tougher. Nice shot. Oh, she just solved that problem right there, didn't she, Jason?
Mm-hmm.
Got that 11 out of there, shot on the 6. And she knows that pretty heavy pressure on her. She needed to get, at least 1. Oh, did she get lucky there? You can see.
Yes, she did.
Snookered her on the point right there in the side pocket. I do believe, though, that, yeah, she can shoot the 14.
Yeah.
Correct. But I think that Karen, I hope she's paying attention to Carol there, because Carol is just getting up and firing. I think Karen needs to do some of that herself and loosen up a little bit. She's made some, what I'm guessing for her is uncharacteristic, at least unforced mistakes, errors, misses, whatever you want to call it.
No problem there.
She just got to let it go and move on. She's still in control, and if she does get to 5 here, 4 more games, it's over. If she gets to 3 more games, it's over. Because then it'll be impossible for Breaking Bad to come back and win. I would think Carol shooting the 2 and then the 1-6 combos is the way to go here, and not even the combo. If you can shoot the 2 and get position on the 6, it's definitely the way to go. Got to get that 2 out of there. She's in good position here. Just tap this 6-ball in, give herself a little bit of a angle. 8-ball is sitting pretty in the side pocket. Oh my goodness, she didn't.
Oh, held up. Held up.
What the? Wow. Holy
Look
moly.
at that
I don't even know what to say there.
Nobody breathe.
I'm trying to figure out what she was doing. If she was coming across to the other side and just hit it too thick, maybe. Sometimes it just goes off in your hand, though. There's nothing you can do about it. It's got your stroke arm will have a will of its own, just all of a sudden out of nerves.
A chance to put herself on the hill now.
There it is. That guarantees us definitely going into a third match.
Yeah.
Not only that, but Carol is on the hill, and if she wins here, that's going to be a 2-0 win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2-0 win for them would mean what? We've got
Let's see.
3-2.
That would be a 3-2.
3-2 going into the last.
God,
you would
your
think
math is
would
awesome.
you'd think would be much better. Math's hard.
Math is hard.
I was thinking ahead to what the third match would then. If it's 3-2. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're not there yet, so I know that Karen is sitting there waiting to get a chance back at the table.
Right.
Looked like there was one of each made here. So it's a choice for Carol. And she's not taking long, again, to figure out what she wants to do, starting out with a 4-ball here. In position on the 3. I like the speed she plays with. She's just getting up, looking around, getting the job done.
But with the exception of that early 8 that Carol knocked in, she has looked very good in this second match of the Ladies 8-Ball Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Looks very composed. Pockets that one in the corner. It's a quiet crowd today.
It is.
There in the arena. They're very subdued.
And granted, we're kind of in our little box, too. And
Our aquarium. I like to think of it as an aquarium. I feel like I know what a fish feels like being in here. Hmm.
Yeah, this is the worst part about doing a good job getting all the way down. Now, all of a sudden, she's going to be in that position where it's Karen's table. It's Karen's job not to give this up. Nice defensive shot there. Didn't leave much for Karen. She's going to have to go into safety mode again, but this time it's an easy one, and she can break out some of the stuff too at the same time. Hit the side of this 11 or 13. Let the cue ball go to the right about in here somewhere. Would be great. Would love to have that cue ball go a little bit farther so she would block the side rail kick. All right, pressure is on here, Karen. And no teams here in the ladies division from Singapore, but pretty excited that we have
Yeah. Had Eddie
Singapore
in
in the
here
mix
yesterday.
now.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was glad he stopped in the booth.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about all the good things they're doing over there. He said the players are excited to be out here for the first time.
It seemed like a really nice bunch. I kind of quickly ran into them while I
Yeah.
was leaving yesterday. Good, fun.
Well, I asked him, I said, Eddie, do they speak English? He said they speak about 4 languages.
Yes. Yeah.
One of which is English. Yes, they speak
Yeah.
English plus several other languages. Teams from Japan here as well. Now been about 15 years since we've had teams from Japan here.
Has it been that long?
Hard to believe, isn't it?
That can't be.
I think 2008.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. All right, Karen, you have every ball in the right place now because a good defensive shot, just hit and stick behind that ball. Now we'll see what. Says not an easy hit here for Carol, for sure. See if she can go. I don't know if she can get to their 2 rails now. She had to get just below the side pocket, and even so, if she would have hit it, chances are would have been good to scratch off the 5 in the corner. So.
All right, Karen, let's see if she can run some balls here. The Ladies 8-Ball Championship is the 3rd of 6 finals we will bring to you from Pool Dog Arena. We've got 3 to go, including tomorrow's finale in the Masters Championship. That'll be 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Obviously, I don't know any of these players' styles, but it does look to me like Karen jumps up a little bit more than I would think she normally does. There she stayed down on that shot. I saw that on the 8-ball too, that she missed early on. She's left herself tricky here. I'm not sure if you don't. Well, she's got a shot at the 9, I guess, or the 11 in the side. I don't think she's in the mood to play any more defensive shots here. That's a good shot right there. That kind of solved the whole deal. And that looks like exactly what the doctor ordered. Got down there far enough on the 8. She will still need 3 more games after making this 8-ball, but much better than having Carol, who's sitting on the hill, get that last game for a 2-0 win. So Karen's keeping that alive, the hopes of getting back into this and hopefully winning it altogether. But what Carol has done by getting on the hill is guaranteed that this is going to a 3rd match.
All right, we're tied at 2. Again, though, because of the skill level differential, Karen needs 3 games to Carol's 1. Karen pockets the 13 on the break there. These teams competing for $10,000 in first place prize money.
Okay. Rolled that 11 ball up. That didn't really help much. The 4 ball is wide open there, and the 2 and 1 is guarding the pocket on that end. So where the balls are right now, there's definite advantage Carol on this rack. A lot of things can happen between now and the 8 ball, obviously, but 2 to 1 is looking good. You got the 7 on the rail. She's got a little too thin of a cut here on the 2. I see that, and I thought it was looking better than that. Gonna try to kick it in.
Karen free air surveying the table.
A little bit of hard time for Karen here. I picked up a couple of cues for our raffle. We do kind of support our junior program. We got our at the tri-cups that we do.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of vendors here. If you haven't been out here before, it's
Yeah, I was looking 41 exhibitors.
Isn't that incredible?
41.
I had somebody from my area looking to promote her business, but there's no space left.
Right, yeah.
It was packed.
It's tough to get in for this event. I think most of the vendors sign up at the end of the event to come back for next year.
Oh yeah,
So
I would think so.
there's generally a waiting list to exhibit out here.
Did we ever get a count on how many people are here, or is that impossible?
No, there was over 15,000 registered participants. So
Okay.
in one of the 6 events. Now that doesn't account for folks that come
yeah.
out and play minis.
Right.
Certainly doesn't account for people that come with registered, participants. So we estimate somewhere between 15 and 20,000 conservatively.
It's incredible.
I know the halls are very full, especially if it's between rounds. Holy cow.
I know it. It's like mass exodus, kind
I
of
gotta like
coming out of the
snake my
hotel
way through
into the
people.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like shifting and
And if you need to go across, forget that because
yeah.
everybody's walking fast and it's hard to squeeze by and
N-
it's about 8 thick or 10 people thick.
Now, with that in mind, little public service announcement, folks. If you're gonna stand and talk with your group of people, don't do it in the middle of the walkway. I came down this morning and there's right by the I bar there. There's a two walkways that converge, and there was a team standing in the middle, literally blocking both
Both
ways.
sides.
It's
Yeah.
like, guys, go stand over there, not in the middle of the walkway.
Your mom, I should have taught you that by now.
Holy cow!
My favorite is it's the same thing at airport. My favorite is when everybody's walking kind of fast, and then one person goes, "Oh, maybe I want to," and then they stop.
Yeah,
You have
and
like a
crash.
4-person pile up. There's a nice shot, and check that out. Check that out.
Well,
She's smiling. Carol's smiling. She goes, "Well, that worked out, but
Carol's
it was
about to
lined up pretty much for that if you went rail first."
Carol's about to give her team the lead. If she can pocket this 8 ball, she will win this match 2-0. That would put us at 3-2 going into the third and final match. But she's got to pocket this 8 ball. We've seen some struggles on the 8 ball in this match.
You bet. Not by Carol yet, but
And right on cue, watch
oh, whoa,
out.
whoa. Okay.
Oof. Boy, I mean, what are the, it's just a difficulty with, in that particular pocket today, the 8 ball, it seems like, has been
Yeah.
a little bit of an issue.
Yep.
Now an opportunity for Karen.
Okay. Karen needs to get this game here and kind of see if she can loosen up a little bit after that. I don't think that her abilities, she hasn't looked really comfortable this whole match. I'm sure she has a lot more firepower. But not to take anything away from Carol because she's been playing just fantastic. She knew she was under the gun. She had to at least get on the hill in order for her team to be brought into the third match, or it was going to be impossible for them to win. So she did that and then some. We'll see if missing that 8 ball is going to come back and haunt her. That'll be one of those if that's the case. If Karen comes back here and wins this, that's one of those where Carol will be waking up about 12 times tonight and think about. But for right now, all she can do is wait to get back to the table again.
Safety there for Karen.
Good play. Although anytime you let your opponent, with that few balls left on the table, you let your opponent back. There's a kick shot. It's a little bit dangerous, but you just find your sweet spot and then add a little bit more. Could make this 8 in the side. You have to adjust too for if you're hitting. The cue ball is so close to the rail that if you're hitting it with any kind of a speed at all, it's going to kind of dive on you.
Timeout taken here by Breaking Bad. Muriel Christopher gonna see if she can help Carol find a path. This is one of those WWSVD shots. What would striking Viking do?
Viking do. You just got to measure it as, hitting it dead straight into the side pocket. And like I said, just add a little bit. No spin whatsoever.
And don't scratch.
Oh.
Right on cue.
Did she get lucky?
Ooh.
Well, things go her way there.
That is ball in hand to Karen. Well, this ladies' 8-ball championship has had some drama.
Yeah,
No doubt
it
about
really
it.
has.
Just when you think you know what's going to happen, it's the opposite.
All right, Karen's going the other way. I would have preferred the way she was first planning on doing this. But either way, these 4 balls, I hate to say should be made, but I think we've seen everything happen in this one match, haven't we? Between the last individual match and this one.
Had some missed 8 balls. We've had an 8 out of turn. Well, another opportunity now for Karen with the 8-ball. Marks the pocket with what appears to be a little shark.
Kind of matches her shirt.
Of course, the Lady Savages are out of Davie, Florida. That's in South Florida. Oh, once again, Ava, the 8-ball.
See, jumping up really, really, really badly.
And now,
holy
another big moment in this match. Carol Sauvé, chance to win this here. It'd be a 2-0 split, would give her team a 3-2 lead. This is her second opportunity to pocket the 8 in this match. Teammates covering their eyes.
And there you go.
No need to worry, ladies. The 8-ball drops. Carol Sauvé wins that match 3-2 over Karen Friere. And again, that's a 2-0 split, which means Breaking Bad is now in the lead. 3 points to 2. And while these teams decide who they're going to put up in the third match, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back here in just a few moments from Pool Dog Arena. Jonathan Neiman at the table, or as some have affectionately referred to him, the Mullet Man.
And he did tell me that he's going to cut it all off if he wins today.
Really?
So, oh, yeah.
And he's got it. Jonathan Neiman, Wilmington, North Carolina, your 8-ball classic champion in the red tier, folks.
How's my hair looking?
Your hair is looking good. In fact, I believe Ava and Jason were talking about it, that if you won, you were going to cut it.
I did say that. I did say that.
It's so worth it.
And this is really going to help your game tremendously and truly put you to the next skill level. Hey guys, I'm Fernando Kohler, also known as Venom. I'm a professional pool trick shot artist, but also a league operator for APA in Las Vegas. There we go. Thank you. This one is using actually 10 balls. So what exactly is a tangent? There's, in my opinion, 3 types of bridge: the closed bridge, the open bridge, and the rail bridge. We're gonna start with the closed bridge. Now if you practice this, it's really gonna help you to go from a 2 to a 3. In this episode today, we're gonna cover how to go from a 3 to a 4. Let's get into it. The more you're gonna do it, see, as you can see, I touch sometimes a little bit of it. And 8, right? So to technically have 8 zones for 10 balls, so you have a little bit of room to spare. I really hope this was useful, and I cannot wait to see you for another video. Later, everybody.
All right, we're back here at Pool Dog Arena for the 3rd and final match in the Ladies 8-Ball Championship. We've got for the Breaking Bad team, Marguerite Duncan, skill level 4. Her opponent from the Lady Savages, Carmen Nieves, skill level 3, which means we've got a 3-2 race. Team of Breaking Bad leading this match 3 points to 2. And 2 balls on the break there for Marguerite. 1 solid and 1 stripe.
Marguerite has only played 1 time this whole tournament. So many matches they've played. And not because of lack of ability, I'm sure, or trust in her. It's just that the numbers were working for a long time because they had 2 5s and a 3 that have been doing most of the work so far. We saw Leanne Lacrosse play before. She had also not played until this point. So it's kind of cool that Marguerite gets to play out here too. And Leanne.
Apparently Marguerite goes by Margot.
Does she?
Margot.
Well, then we learned
It's easier to
something
say,
there.
right?
Yeah,
Margot.
absolutely.
Margot decides to go with the low balls, the solids.
Solid's not a bad choice on this table. Every solid has a pocket. You have to do some work here. Just got snooker there behind the 9. Oh, just made contact with a 9 and then scratched anyway. So see Carmen stepping up to the table here for the first time. And I do believe within that position that somebody actually has to win. Doesn't really matter what the score is. It has to be played out at this point.
The winner of this match will determine the winner of the Ladies 8-Ball Championship.
10,000 first place. Not too shabby. It's like one day you're at work or at home cooking dinner. Next time you're,
winning a
out here.
championship in Vegas.
Yeah, pretty cool. Some great looking trophies. The ladies as well, both first and second place. The first place trophies are just beautiful. You almost have to buy a whole seat for one of those trophies. And so luckily, APA can ship them home to you. Look at that shot. Holy smokes. That was fantastic. He almost got perfect on that 7 ball. I didn't see her playing it like that, but now I don't know, she's got a good chance here. Marguerite's skill level 4, and this being the first rack. We don't really have much knowledge of her game or where on the ladder of a 4 Marguerite is. As we know, you can have just become a 4 or you could be almost a 5. No way to know if she's an aggressive player, defensive player at this point. That's what makes it a little bit trickier to commentate on these matches as opposed to the pros where, you know who they are, what their style tends to be.
Sure. Carmen back to the table here.
There's Michelle Monk. Hey, hello, Michelle. USAM trophies are heavy. She says.
She would know.
She would know. Well done, girl. See if she can get something started here. That was a good shot. She would have loved to have the cue ball go into the 11 there and just knock it out a hair. Do believe the 14 is makeable, but not from where she's at. I'm not sure if she can do it. I'm sure the referee's going to take a look at it if that's what she decides to do. Yeah, going rail first on this 14, that could really easily be a foul. Let's see if here referee's gonna take a close look. No.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a foul already, I believe. She hit the rail first and then into the 7. All right. Marguerite back at the table again.
Just past 3:30 Pacific time here in Las Vegas. About 2 hours and 15 or so minutes into this match. Third and final match in the Ladies 8-Ball Championship. Each team with one match win. A team of Breaking Bad with a slight points lead, but as Ava said, the winner of the match will win it for their team.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if she's looking to break this open right now and try to go in with the cue ball. I think after seeing what just happened to Carmen on her shot, she's a little insecure about that one ball. It sure looks to me like she can make it without committing a foul since she has ball in hand, but she doesn't want to take any chances, so she's going to try to go into them here, I think. Question is, she needs just the right angle to do it. The 7 ball down here is a backup. The cue ball gets off the rail just a little bit after contact. Oh, she didn't get there. Well, I'm not sure if I were her right now would even make that 7 ball. Maybe better off getting it somewhere towards, either roll it up towards the pocket. But making it now will force her to go in and open up that 1 ball. So just tap it in front of the pocket. That will block that pocket from the 8 and the 10, and the cue ball can land on the end rail a little bit. No. Again, Margot needs 3 games to Carmen's 2. And it's a must win for both, regardless of the score.
Gonna get a timeout here by Breaking Bad. And while they talk things over, remind you folks that the fall session is right around the corner. If you'd like to get involved in an APA league, you can join on our website, poolplayers.com. Put you in touch with a league operator, and they'll get you on a team playing in the league. Whether your goal is to make it here to Pool Dog Arena, or you're just looking to make some new friends, have some fun, come be part of it all. We like to say have fun, meet people, play pool.
That's kind of the order that it happens to, isn't it? I mean, although maybe you meet people first, then you have fun. I don't know, one of those. But it's the truth. It's
Yeah.
like it becomes
I like
this
to
big
think they happen
family.
simultaneously,
Yeah.
but
Yes. I think a lot of people I talk to, they have not realized how big of a part that has become in their life. They just thought it was like, yeah, play some pool.
Yeah.
But they didn't realize they just became part of a
they
family.
become your people.
Yeah. Oh, did she hit it hard enough? She did, but no contact. So ball on the hand for Carmen. Luxury now is Carmen can go ahead, put the cue ball right here, pocket this ball, come break these open. She needs to get that 11 out of there right now. This is the chance to do it with the cue ball in hand. Again, you got to remember also Carmen is a skill level 3, so Carmen is not necessarily always looking to run out even with 4 balls on the table. So we'll see what else she can come up with. She could make this and then just tap into the 13 also. Oh, look at that. Oh, nice shot, Carmen. She got the cue ball close enough to just draw back and a lot of angle on this 13 going the wrong direction away from the 11.
They're going to take a timeout here. Maybe not. Yep. Lady Savages will take a timeout, talk this over a little bit.
Tiger. We hug and cheer. It would be the 8-ball because that's the win. Dedicated. 8-ball. Vegas Strip.
They would be a lion. They're fearless. We hug, we pray. Some of us have cried. But basically we hug and share the emotion. They would be the number one ball. Number one. Family. Shane. Pool tournament.
All right. Carmen decided to go defensively there. She didn't quite get the snooker, but there's no pocket for Margot to make this one. Not an easy place to play defense in either. Unless she wants to just send the cue ball to the opposite side of the table. Oh boy. Oh, cue ball hung in just enough on the ledge there. Carmen's not going to have to eye the 11 in the side. Again, in case you just tuned in, we did start with 256 teams out here for the ladies alone. That's a lot of ladies, Jason.
That is a lot of ladies. It's ladies' night and then some.
And then some. Look at that. What a party we're in the middle of. And
Almost
literally about the
2,600
middle
teams,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah. After today, we still have 3 events to go, 3 days of championships to be declared. Nice shot. And landed perfectly now for the 13 in the corner. Again, Carmen is 2 balls away here from getting on the hill and only needing 1. So if she can make the stop shot, she'll have a long shot on the 8, but makeable.
Notice she was changing her aim a little bit there and wisely decided to pull back and recalibrate. Wise, nicely done. Now shooting on the 8-ball, and as Ava mentioned, this would put her on the hill. This has been quite the back and forth battle here in the ladies 8-ball championship.
You bet.
High drama at every turn, it seems.
Yes.
Particularly when it comes to the 8-ball. So
it's been crazy.
Hold your breath. We've seen a few missed. And once again,
Ouch.
An 8-ball that doesn't drop, and a golden opportunity now for Margot.
All right. It's a tester, though. This is not easy. Almost straight in shot, almost dead straight in on this one ball, and then you have another long shot, and it doesn't help that the cue ball is on the rail either, so to further complicate things for Margot. All right, step one is done and completed and successful.
And now a chance for Margot on the 8. Eight ball is not a problem for Margot. She takes a 1-0 lead. Still needs 2 games to Carmen's 2 games, so we're essentially at a 2-2 race now. Margot will once again have the break. And again, team points aside, the winner of this third match will determine the overall winner. That team point score is irrelevant at this point.
True, true.
Just an indicator of what has occurred, I guess. Referee prepares the rack.
We'll see if Margot can pull off a nice break like she did last time. Ball's opened up nicely. A little messier this time. But she did manage to make a ball on the break. So she's going to start out with solids in this rack. Not too many places to go here. She's got the 6 in the side. And the 3 in the corner. That's it. Not too much else to work with, and it's kind of a messy table, as you can tell. Again, we still have the Masters going on in the main room. That's kind of coming to a close a little bit. We're going to have the finals tomorrow. We haven't even started the team captain event yet, but the 9-ball team event is going. That's going to be the last one we have the finals for. So there's this one, then we have the Masters tomorrow, then the team captain's championship, and then 9-ball. So 3 more days of championships. See, one of our many referees that are out here. I want to give a huge shout out to all the referees that have given their time coming out here for, I believe it's 11 days that they spend out here. Being well taken care of by the APA, but they are still volunteers. They're coming out here, giving their time, doing a great job. It's not an easy job being a referee, but oh my gosh.
A pretty thankless job, I would imagine.
Yes. Half the time you're going to have half the people mad at you and the other half figuring you just did your job. So it's a
Right.
very thankless job.
That's what you want from a referee, right? It's kind of like good service at a
Yeah.
restaurant, kind of just
Right, right, exactly.
they're there
And
when
they
they need
get,
to be, and otherwise they fade into the background.
and the good thing is they're not just a volunteer, but they do get to have some fun out here and
Sure.
take in Las Vegas and also play some mini mania when they're off if they care to do that. So again, this is Margot Duncan from Breaking Bad. They're from, it is at Chelmsford. Chelmsford? You're much better. You've researched your names. I don't know.
Sudbury,
No,
Sudbury, Ontario.
Oh,
Yeah, that's. I don't
that's
know if
from,
that's maybe where the league operates
oh,
from.
I gotcha. Sudbury.
Chelmsford, but Sudbury, Ontario.
Sudbury. I didn't know. I didn't recognize that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't even attempt to pronounce the other one.
I walked right into that trap, didn't I? That'll work. Oh, no.
Almost.
And this is Carmen. She is playing for the Lady Savages. It's a whole team of pool sharks, at least if you want to judge from their shirts.
Carmen's 6th match here at the Ladies 8-Ball Championship.
Mm-hmm. All right. Not the ultimate position. She does have a shot on the 13 ball in the, or 11 ball in the corner. What about you, Jason? Have you been out and about? Going out to some restaurants and stuff when you've been here? Or just mostly eating at the Westgate? Or
I have been out a few times. The first night I was here, I went over to Ellis Island. They got a good ribs and chicken, kind of a off the strip place. Good deal on that.
Okay.
Where else have I been? Went down to the Yard House one night there at the Link. I ate at the Mexican place down at the Link. I like to hang out down at the Link.
The Link is fun.
That's kind of my area. I've got a bar I like to play video poker at down there. So, and then I went to the steakhouse over at Circus Circus one night. Most people would never think that Circus Circus would have one of the best steakhouses in Las Vegas, but it's fantastic. It's like a whole different world when you've been there, when you step in there.
I haven't. Well, I've been to the Circus Circus, not for a
No.
long time, but I haven't been to the restaurant.
It's a whole different. Yeah, I mean, you
the
leave.
Circus is crazy.
It's kind of weird when you walk out of the steakhouse because you've forgotten that you're in the
right
chaos of Circus Circus. But it's a great steakhouse for sure.
I was lucky last night in getting a steakhouse here. A friend of mine is there's another place that has really good food here
The
at the
Edge?
Westgate. They always have at the
Yeah.
Edge. They took the Chinese restaurant away from us right there and put pool tables in
Yeah.
there for this event, but
I forgot they do have a Chinese restaurant there.
Yes,
I always
except
think of
that
it as Benihana, right?
right.
But there's actually a sushi place in there and
And yeah.
discussion here.
And then there's Sid's. Sid's looks nice.
I'm not sure what the question is here.
Is he looking at his watch? Or is it?
Is that a smartwatch maybe? Or I'm not sure
I'm
what
not sure what happened there.
Somebody wants us to do karaoke while we're in Vegas.
You go ahead, Jason.
I was going to say I
I'm
don't do
not
karaoke. Yeah, it's
well, I don't do it for other people's sake. So I think what happened is that Margot asked for a timeout, and maybe her captain didn't want to give it to her. But once the player, no, I mean the coach. Sorry, I got that backwards. If the player asks for a timeout, the coach can say no. But if Muriel even suggested a timeout, it is a timeout at that point. The player cannot wave it off. It is an official timeout. That may have been what happened.
well, like we said, high drama here in this ladies 8-ball championship, one way or another.
Right. It has been, I'm afraid to say it's been every kind, but I'm sure there's more. I don't want to invite
Don't
whatever
tempt
is
fate.
next.
Don't tempt fate. We will have the Masters Championship here tomorrow. 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern. You're definitely going to want to come back and check out that match. If you go ahead and like or follow our Facebook page, you'll get a notification, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then you don't have to watch the clock. It'll just show up. Or the notification will, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Make things easy on yourself.
That's always a treat with the Masters also. Some of the best, and amateurs that we have.
That is a non-handicapped format. Best 2 out of 3, race to 7 USAM rules, so it's a combination of 8-ball and 9-ball. John Blue wants to know better stake, Circus Circus or the Westgate? That's a good question.
Kira says the Westgate is 100 times better.
I don't know if I would say 100 times.
I haven't been there, so I have no.
I kind of like
love
the
steakhouse.
Yeah, I feel like they're comparable. I like I like the atmosphere in the other steakhouse. It's got that old.
Oh, the really old feel to it.
It's got the big pieces of meat hanging that you can look at. And one of these two teams might be celebrating at the steakhouse tonight.
That's right.
Heck, they both might be. One of them's taking home $5,000, the other $10,000, and buy some steaks.
They may have to go to the Circus one though, or somewhere else, because the steakhouse here is
booked.
Always booked. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see if she can make the 7-ball. This would put Margot on the hill. 2 balls away here.
And now
on
the
shot
8-ball.
There.
See if we get a drama-free 8-ball shot here.
You just had to invite that whole. You just had to, didn't you?
If I do, oh look, Jeanette Lee autograph on that cue stick.
Oh,
See
that's
that?
cute.
That's kind of cool. Some nice camera work
She's
there.
challenging, yeah. Way to pay attention.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Details.
What else can you do?
Of course, Jeanette's actually here in Vegas. Great to have her back. She's been doing some shows and challenge matches and that kind of thing.
Her and Florian Venom.
Yeah, Dr. Q.
Mike Massey's been here as
Yeah.
well. Doing some challenge matches. Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
another missed 8-ball.
It was your fault completely. I'm going to tell Margot and the whole team about it.
The story of this ladies 8-ball championship, Ava.
It really is. It's
Missed
crazy.
opportunities. Wow.
Crazy, crazy. All right. At least we know one of these two ladies are going to end up on the hill.
Yes.
That this is over.
Carmen taking a long look.
I would think she's better off just bearing down to make this 10 ball. She's checking if she's taken the timeout already. But she's better off shooting the 10 ball here. That way she doesn't have to let the cue ball loose and fly all over the place.
She was verifying whether she had taken a timeout.
Oh, she has
And they're
one
going to
left.
take one
Okay.
here. Going to talk things over with her captain, Karen Friere. Try to come up with a strategy to get Carmen on the hill. Again, thanks to our sponsors, PoolDog.com, Aramith Billiard Balls, Action Cues, and our friends at Diamond. Nice hug there by the Breaking Bad captain for Margot after missing that 8-ball.
Yeah.
Gave her a big hug. Said, forget about it, move on.
That's right.
Still pool to be played here in this match.
And all the crazy things that have happened in this match so far has brought us to this, where it's about as intense as it can get. So far, so good.
Carmen pockets the 10 in the corner. Now shooting at the 13. Has gotten very quiet here in Pool Dog Arena as we get ever closer. You could see the pressure there in her face, just so intense here. All right. 13 ball doesn't drop.
Okay. Don't say it. By the way, don't say anything, Jason. Okay.
Margot gets it right there. The 8-ball drops. She is now on the hill, needs one game.
Margot has definite plans on bringing the trophy back to Canada.
A referee will prepare this next rack. This will either go to a hill, or Margot will seal the deal, so to speak, for the team of Breaking Bad. As we said before, high drama here at the Ladies 8-Ball Championship. $10,000 on the line. The championship trophies looming next to our broadcast booth here. Well in sight of the players. Constant reminder of what's at stake.
Right.
See if Margot can get that 8-ball moving. What a finish that would be.
She breaks from the side. She hasn't been getting too much action on the break. This last one kind of ended up in a bunch of clusters and nothing much, and it happened to the 8, but you never know. And the minute Jason Bowman mentions the 8, something's going to happen. or against somebody.
8-ball.
All right, here we go. Last track of the Ladies 2023 Championship starting right now. 2 stripes go in on the break. And this is looking pretty good here.
Margot is all smiles at the moment. I don't know if that's confidence or nervousness, but smiles nonetheless.
Margot's key ball is the 9-ball if she's going to run the rack now. Obviously, it's makeable in this pocket right here, but getting on it now, I wonder if she has enough of an angle to do it. That would be the correct shot if she was so inclined to try to run out. She's a skill level 4. So, that didn't quite work out. Okay, Marco's going to go ahead and I didn't realize that 9-ball would even go in that pocket. All right, Carmen's turn. Time to get some stuff done here, Carmen, before time runs out.
Carmen Nieves of the Lady Savages from Davie, Florida.
Nothing super easy to start with here. Just decided to go ahead and mess things up a little bit, hopefully for Margot, and it kind of worked out. The 13-ball just decided to tie up along with the 2.
Will the trophy be heading back to Canada?
Mm-hmm.
Have we had a ladies team win or a Canadian team win the ladies 8-ball championship? Not one that I can remember. Watch out. Scratches in the corner pocket, ball in hand to Carmen.
That would be a pretty cool thing if that was the case, that it's the first time.
I could totally be wrong about that. It's
There are your
just that I don't
trophies.
remember one. Yep. Championship trophies here for whichever team
They pretty.
is victorious.
Yeah, Carmen says it's not going anywhere quite yet. I'm still here. Still got work to do here. I want to bring it back to Florida, down south, where it belongs, she says.
The trophies are either destined for a life of snow or a life of sunshine. One or the other.
All right, Margot's going to take a look at this here. As you can tell, the 10 and the 11 are still kind of in precarious spots. I don't think the 11 won't pass in here. 10 ball will go on this side, and that's one you can work with to get to the 11. So we'll see here if she can go down and grab that 9 ball. And just roll the cue ball up a little bit after making the 13 in the corner. You've got them chanting sunshine, snow, sunshine, snow on the street.
Yeah.
Now. I have a feeling the trophies they're going to be inside, so
They'll
not
be
either.
they'll be safe from the elements.
Yeah.
Margot pockets the 9 in the corner. And it is absolutely silent here in Pool Dog Arena.
Nobody wants to be that one person that sharks the players at this
Yeah.
point.
The final moments of the ladies' 8-ball championship. One way or another.
Guess we'll find out now if there's a way to squeeze that ball into the pocket. Now she tried to get it down there to maybe block the pocket. Instead, she clipped the solids there, so everything is open now if she gets back to the table, but we'll see what Carmen can do here. It's to make something happen. Margot's on the hill. Carmen still needs 2. Have to be careful of the double hit here. It's tough to do right there.
Gonna rethink that as she puts the
Yeah.
bridge away.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad idea for her. Being a skill level 3, see the overhead is just to roll it into the 3 ball. She can hit the 3 to just come down here. She may be snookered from doing so, but one thing you want to try to avoid, I guess she can go ahead and go offense here. 5 ball does go.
Rattles the 5 in the corner. Cue ball in the middle of the table.
Big shot right here. She makes this 13 and can avoid colliding with the others and come up a little bit for the 10. Then guess what? Things will be looking kind of gloomy. More like snow than sun.
Two balls away from victory now is Margot.
Yep.
See if she can pocket the 10.
Obviously would have loved to come up a little bit higher to just tap in that 10 ball on the side and have the shot on the 8. Now she's going to have to do some work. If she can slow roll this, the cue ball's still going to head down towards the 1. It's going to drift it away from the 8 ball, so we'll see what she can do here.
Ten ball falls, and now only the 8 remains.
Oh, and this is scary. Got to watch out for the scratch here, Jason. If she cuts this in, there's a good chance cue ball is going to hit the right side of the 3 and go straight into the corner pocket.
She's going to take a timeout here. Talk things over with her captain. Checking to make sure they have a timeout to take.
Again, I'm going to refrain from drawing anything right now because we do have the live screen going above. Not that this is not a...
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You can
okay.
draw away.
I was afraid. I was so... What they're looking at is, if you're going to show the overhead real quick, is this goes in here. This glances off, and that is a pretty touchy little situation here going straight at it. So you got to be very, very cautious.
And that's what she's telling her right there. You can see with her hand gesture, she is telling her exactly what you just mentioned. Be careful of the scratch. It would not surprise me one bit with everything we've seen in this match.
Don't start again. There you go again, Jason Bowman.
I'm just calling it like I see it.
Yeah.
She kisses that pocket marker / chalk holder. Quite blingy.
Yep. Well, the one thing I would have told her if I were the captain is to hit it on the thin side. Overcut it a little bit, if anything, so that then you can get a thick hit on the 3 ball. Don't want to undercut this one.
Big moment here for Margot Duncan.
Oh, all right, that'll work. That's a lot of pool here to solve. A lot of balls to be made for Carmen with no errors, especially where she left that 8 ball, but she did avoid the scratch.
Uh-oh. Margot's going to get another shot here, Ava. And
before you say anything about the 8-ball,
probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen.
I want to remind both teams when you watch this after, when you get home and you're watching this match, which I'm sure you will be, and for everybody else, is to remember that both of these teams, 256
absolutely
teams here. That means 254 came out here and gave it everything they had, but these were the two that were left standing. Some gorgeous trophies, both for winners and runners-up. $5,000 and $10,000 are going to be paid out.
Here we go. Margot Duncan for the win. And she's got it, folks. Margot Duncan and the team of Breaking Bad are ready to celebrate here at Pool Dog Arena. Good show of sportsmanship there by Carmen. And
absolutely.
The moment, folks, belongs to the team of Breaking Bad. They are your 2023 Ladies 8-Ball champions. And the trophies, Ava, are going back to Canada.
Get them a blanket. They're going into the cold, so snow it is.
The ladies are celebrating there. We'll see if we can get a quick word from them here momentarily.
Congratulations on winning the 2023 Ladies 8-Ball Championships. How are you guys feeling right now? I noticed you guys are wearing different shirts than you were in your photo. So tell me about your shirts.
Well, they were given to us. Yeah. Jacoby decided to have us looking like a team in the finals. So
that is awesome. That is awesome.
Amazing.
Did you guys have anything to say to anybody out there?
Thanks everybody for supporting us. Thank you, APA.
Awesome. Congratulations again. And Jason, Ava, back to you.
Wow.
All right.
That was...
Well, congratulations to our new Ladies 8-Ball champions. Again, they are out of Ontario, the team of Breaking Bad. They're taking home $10,000. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in today to our coverage of this year's APA World Pool Championships. Thanks again to our friends at pooldog.com for their support. And, of course, we'll be back tomorrow with the finals of our Masters Championship. Mark your calendar. Starts at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. on the East Coast. We certainly hope to see you then. On behalf of all of us at the APA, thank you very much for tuning in.